Hey guys, welcome to Podiatry Practice Mastery. So if you've been listening anytime for a while, you're always kind of hearing my whole conversation in my head. And so if you're an entrepreneur, you're going to resonate with this, and if you're not an entrepreneur, you're really not going to like this. One of the great books I've read recently is called Who Not How. Okay, this was by Dan Sullivan and Hardy, okay, and Benjamin Hardy. And so this is a concept that we've talked about for many years in Strategic Coach, and it talks about basically learning to delegate things. Now, in my office, I'm using different types of people to delegate and do things for me, such as we're used to using staff or office manager, and for the marketing, I'm using these outside companies or automating things with Calendly or these webinar things that we're doing. But one of the things within Podiatry Practice Mastery, it's been kind of a struggle because so I'm just like you guys. You know, I'm seeing patients 5 days a week. I'm doing these, just so you know, my rhythm is every Monday I do my weekly update, and then as I drive, I'm doing these podcasts. Like, that's a lot of work. And I'm kind of at my extent without like interrupting with my evening time or weekends, which I don't want to interrupt with this. So I had a talk today with Justin, and Justin takes care of he's got like a marketing business called Profit 911, and we were talking about like, well, how can Podiatry Practice Mastery expand without me or in spite of me, right? Because if I'm going to do it, it's going to be a struggle, right? I don't have the bandwidth, and I don't have the knowledge. I don't have the knowledge. Other people have knowledge. Like in his business, he does this for people. Like he helps them move and kind of monetize and develop like a membership and develop a mastermind and all these things in other industries. And so he can just take that knowledge and swap it into mine. So that's kind of my thought is, well, how can I use him? So I had a talk with him today, and I'll kind of talk through it with you guys. So basically the whole thought with Podiatry Practice Master right now, it's free, right? As everyone knows, it's free for now. It's a membership. And what I found most people look at are the practice, the patient presentation. So my thought is, I'm gonna, once again, we want to turn on a membership that has some value. So I don't know if it's valuable enough just to with all the links there, right? There's going to have to be something else, like probably a once a month question and answer. And then maybe even a print newsletter going out to people with some articles or you know, some highlights of different podcasts that I'm doing. I think there's greater value in that and sharing other resources. So I think so the thought is that's going to be the membership level. Let's say $50 to $100. Okay, that'll be per month for a membership. You're gonna have to get at least 10 times that. So maybe even some like marketing content. So for example, giving you different things you can tweet or you can send out in your social media, just something to save you guys time. Maybe even like a pre-made newsletter, and my patient presentations and things like that. So that's the whole idea of that $100 membership. Okay, so the membership and then from there, a certain portion are going to want more. And that's going to be part of a mastermind, a group mastermind. So people have to apply for that. Once we get enough people in the membership, then we can develop it into a mastermind. And that's very similar to what I do in Strategic Coach, but it would be a podiatry-specific mastermind kind of membership. And people would stay as long as they want, as long as they're getting benefit. And if there's no benefit, you're not going to stay. And that might be virtual. It might be in person. I kind of prefer an in-person one, maybe once a year or every 6 months or something like that, and then some virtual ones in between. That's kind of my thought with other people coming in. And then there might be one-on-one as well. I don't know if I have the bandwidth for one-on-one, frankly, right now, unless I reduce my patient hours. And then also we're going to have to figure out, this is what we were talking about with Justin, then we're going to have to talk about as well, how do you get people in there? So like either like a free report or a lower ticket item to get people in there. So when they go to Podiatry Practice Mastery, instead of getting the membership, right now, I'm going to put in either like a free starter thing or a lower price item to get people kind of going into it. Because the whole problem, and this is in general, like if, and this is, you can kind of see, so people don't value what they don't pay for. And this is what I found. It took me a long time to learn this, and I didn't believe it, and this and that. But now, the longer I've been doing this, the more I realize people that pay, they actually do what they're told. Okay, because you have some skin in the game. Russell Brunson talked about this in his book, where he said like he's got these groups that are $50,000 for a meeting, and he's invited family members and friends to come, and they've never done anything with it. And I think when you pay, you value. So I pay currently, I think it's $8,000 or $10,000 a year for my strategic coach, and I pay that once a year, and I go there and I fly there, and that's beyond like my hotel and my flight. And I just bought one actually for January, going there. I'm going to take a flight there. I miss usually it's usually on Wednesdays, so I'll work a half day Tuesday. All day Wednesday I'll be there, and then I'll work on Thursday. So that's how it works, and I've been doing that for 8 years, and that's really helped my personal life. It's helped my business, and I've paid for that. And if you pay a little or pay nothing, the problem is it might not be good or might not be valuable. And I heard this quote from someone: what's even worse than paying for information is not paying and having bad information, or not information that's not helpful. So that's what I'm hoping to give, and giving what's practically what's really working, and that's what I want to offer as well. Just like I'm getting at strategic coach, but that's for general coaching. I think this would be more like podiatry specific. Anyway, that's kind of the plan, just so you guys know, those that are listening, because maybe there'll be more listening later on as it's developing. You'll be able to see that, or if you're listening to this at a future time. But once again, if you are interested, for now, these strategy sessions are gratis, because I enjoy doing them, and then I post them as a podcast. So if you want to do something like that, want to talk about your business, what's working, I would love some people to try, when you log into Podiatry Practice Mastery, have my patient presentations, and then try them, and then let me help you tweak them and put them into your practice, like how it's going to work. Because that's frankly been the best game changer for me, are these PowerPoints or these patient presentations and these videos and things like that. It's just made my life 100,000 times easier, and it reduces my stress and makes me a better doctor. But okay, hope you guys enjoyed this. Have a good one.